Hi there Capricorn, how are you guys doing? I really hope that this video finds you well. Welcome back to the channel. It's me Anisa from the Inner Stereo. This is going to be your love messages as a general reading. So the rules might get reversed or it may or may not resonate with you. And if this reading resonates with you, there's going to be a link down in the description box below for the extended reading with me, okay?
The intersection of my deepest needs. You were there, I knew, now you know.
So in this reading, Capricorn, is going to be a you versus them format. We're going to be looking at your overall energy, your challenges, past, present, future from both parties, and we're going to clarify them. And I'm also going to be pulling some advice card for you by the end of the session, okay? I see. Okay, so the overall challenges for this connection is the Seven of Swords. I think there's something here that you're avoiding. Somebody here is avoiding. I'm not necessarily seeing the Seven of Swords as something that is like really, really bad or something like that, but I just feel that there's something here that is being avoided, and there's a sense of carefulness as well to this connection. We're going to clarify in a moment, okay? Now, in the past, you have the Page of Swords and also the Knight of Cups. From this person's side, they have the Moon card, and they also have the Hangman. Okay. The thing is that you don't understand why this person doesn't really trust you. Plain and simple. You don't understand why they feel that there are things that are hidden beneath the surface and it's not being shown, because that's what they feel. They feel that, you know, there's some mysteries here that I'm trying to uncover. And there's a little bit of an emotional turmoil that this person is having. But you, with the Page of Swords, you're like, I don't get it. Why? You know what I mean? Because all I have for you is the Knight of Cups. All I have for you is that I would like to share to you my cup of love. Like, I do have a genuine feeling and I do want to share this with you. And with the Hangman, but this is the grumpy Hangman in this deck of mine, they kind of like see that they were kind of like waiting. They were waiting for answers, but like, you just don't get it. Like, why would you question? Why would you feel that way? I don't understand. Now, in the present moment, you have the Three of Pentacles and also the Knight of Swords. From this person's side, they have the Devil and they also have the Six of Pentacles. There's something triggering here that they're feeling that kind of like triggered their shadow side to come out. Now, when we're talking about the Devil, this is a general reading, right? So it's hard to pinpoint which characteristic of the devil or which characteristic of the shadow side that we're talking about. It could talk about controlling aspect of it. It could talk about the projection aspect of it. It could talk about doing something that is toxic and stuff like that. But yeah, you get what I'm trying to say, right? And the thing is that they do want to give into the situation. They do want to have an equal give and take when it comes to this connection. But there's something here that is very triggering for them. Now, from your side, you have the Three of Pentacles and also the Knight of Swords. You do want to collaborate with this person, but there is a certain level of carefulness that I'm sensing you're having at this present moment about collaborating with them. We're going to clarify in a moment. Now, in the future, it's intense. From your side, you have the Five of Swords and also the Emperor. From their side, they have the Three of Swords and also the Five of Pentacles. I feel that in the future, there is a brand new level of fed up that you guys are going to be feeling, because you are going to be, in the present moment, you guys are careful. Okay, you're careful with your words, you're careful with your actions, you're trying to be as considerate as you could when it comes to this person, etc. Whereas in the future, you're going to be thinking like, why am I shrinking myself? Why am I playing so small? Why am I not putting myself at the front line of this all? And I feel that in the future, you guys are going to be taking control. With the Five of Swords, it's a very dismissive type of energy that is a bit harsh to them. And I feel that this person is going to get hurt in the future. But anyway, let's clarify it. Let's clarify the reading now, Capricorn. I want to clarify the Devil and the Three of Pentacles. You come from a place that is really, really good because you don't come from a place of desperation, I think. You come from a place of like, I know who I am. I know what brings me joy. I know what makes me happy. I know how I feel. I'm here, with my heart out. But you also want to bring some sort of an ending to a situation. But with the ending that I'm talking about, it's not necessarily wanting to end this connection, but more so on the dynamic or the habit or the pattern that has been recurring in this connection. Now, the devil, clarified by the Page of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and also the Page of Cups. The thing is that this person wants to be super vulnerable because they have this sensitive side in them that is romantic, that is dreamy and also romantic at the same time. But they also have a wounds inside of them that oftentimes when they get triggered, instead of asking themselves, why am I getting so triggered by it? They then blame you for it. So it's weird because it's kind of like a 50-50 energy coming from them. A part of them wants to be as vulnerable as they could, wanting to be as loving as they could, but a part of them also is like inclined to think that all of the mental problem that I'm having at this present moment is because of Capricorn. Okay, let's clarify the Six of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. But you've been a good fatherly figure for them, though. And clarify the Knight of Swords from your side. Strength, Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. You just want a brand new beginning, okay? You just want to keep whatever problems, conflict, tornadoes, hurricanes that is within this connection away, okay? And all you want to do is a brand new communication, a healing type of energy when it comes to this connection, just a brand new beginning for this connection. And you're trying to be very careful when it comes to it, but that's what you're trying to manifest out of this connection. Now, the Six of Pentacles, clarified by the Ten of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, and also the Page of Pentacles. They're investing into this connection, trying to be generous in their mind. Now, do they want to build a Ten of Pentacles with you? Do they want to build like a long-term, stable, sustainable, happy, fulfilling relationship with you? And a realistic one that is grounded in reality? Yeah, they do. Now, the thing is that they're always in a crossroad simply because they don't trust it, okay? They just don't trust it. And the Page of Pentacles is always about crossroad, is always about evaluating things from top to bottom. No matter how many times flew, they're always assessing, they're always evaluating, they're always calculating whether this is something like a safe investment for me or not. Let's clarify the future. I want to clarify the Five of Swords from your side and the Three of Swords from their side. Ooh. Yeah, this person isn't a very secure person in a way that they do have, And I think you're getting sick of it, because I saw it in the past. I saw it in the past and in the future as well, where questions, questions, wonders, maybe projections or insecurities or whatever, that made them so defensive to a point where they come off at you in a accusatory tone or blaming or, doing something like that. But I feel that in the future, you're just wanting to bring some sort of balance into your life, and you just want to be focusing a lot more on you with the Nine of Pentacles. You just want to be focusing on your financial stability, your financial security. You just want to have a brand new beginning in your life that is not very stressful for you. So although I do see it affecting you, but I don't see it affecting you that much because you're not really up for any BS in the future. Let's clarify the Five of Pentacles. I'm really curious about this person. I'm gonna dig in deeper in the extended, but yeah. I wanna know what they want and why can't they trust it. Okay, let's clarify the Five of Pentacles. Page of Wands, Queen of Swords, Four of Swords. Let's see from your side with the Emperor. Okay, so this fed up attitude that you're having in the future has a lot to do with like, I can't believe you. You know what I mean? It's more of that energy like, I can't believe this. I put in so much work to a point that I burnt myself in this connection, and you're still undecided about me. You're still questioning me. You're still putting me under evaluation. You're still judgy of me. I can't believe you. Like, why can't you see? Like that kind of like energy. There's a bit of a frustration coming from your side, the way that I see it. Now, Five of Pentacles clarified by the Page of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and also the Four of Swords. Yeah, they're going to be, because you won't have none of it. You know what I mean? Like, you won't have none of their blaming. You won't have none of their accusation. You won't have none of their assumption. And it's going to hit them pretty hard because like, whoa, like, why are you suddenly like this? Like, why are you suddenly cold? Like, why? Why? Are you creating a distance between us? For you, it could be their conflict style that bothers you too. Because people have different conflict style, right? And their conflict style kind of like quite bothering for you as well. Because it just makes you feel defensive and it just makes you feel like, I can't believe you. Like, what else do you want from me? Type of energy. Anyway, let's pull some advice card for you here, Capricorn. Okay. Eight of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and also the Queen of Cups. This is the After Tarot deck, so it's going to be very different than the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. But I feel that there is a need here to surrender and watch what circumstances is happening and aligning for you. Because you have been in this situation for quite some time here with the Eight of Swords, right? This connection doesn't make you feel good about yourself. It mentally entraps you as well. It makes you overthink. It makes you feel sometimes like a shitty person. Like, am I really what they're saying about me? Am I really like that? Like, you know what I mean? And it's time for you to kind of like save you from your own mind, from this connection, so you could have like a clearer picture and see things from a bigger picture as well. Now, there's also something about you allowing things to unfold in your life, because when Jupiter is present, it's supposed to expand a certain areas of your life. So you will see a little bit of expansion in your life. It could be in your career. It could be in your finances, it could be in your health, but you would see some sort of like improvement. And that improvement in itself is going to be able to make you be much more in touch with yourself and with your emotions. There's a high emphasis here on you needing to listen to your intuition very much. And I don't know why I'm getting this, but you listen to how your body reacts when they're around you or when you're around them. Let's say, for instance, if you're dealing with them and you feel like you're bloated, or you start to have a rash, like allergic reactions or whatever that is your body trying to tell you that this person is not safe for you. However, if you feel that, you know, like, oh, every time I spend time with this person, I feel rejuvenated, I feel good about myself, I feel wonderful, that means that this person is good for you. So listen to that. Okay, Capricorn? So I think that is it for my reading for you here, guys. I hope that you find tons and tons of clarity that you guys been looking for. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Have a great day. I love you.
If I love you and you love me, let's plant a seed, watch it grow into a tree, baby. Why don't we grow some nectarines, baby? Why don't we grow a little